in our previous video we saw how to create multiple objects. So in this video we will learn how to connect the objects together and how to move those objects together and how to make multiple objects as one single object, those kind of things in this video. So let us create one node. Let us call it as pyramid node. So as this is again the same thing what we did, so for the pyramid node let us add the geometry for that. So for that let us add SCN pyramid as our geometry, and so pyramid requires length, height, width, and length. So let that be that, and pyramid node, and also I want some geometry associated with it. So it's called first material. Yeah, there is something called property called material. Why is it called first material? I would like to have a different discussions on that. Yeah, I will explain why it is called first material, second material. It is something to do with the Swift syntax and Swift items, how it is being used in the SceneKit library. So we'll do a detailed discussion on that maybe in a couple of episodes later. Yeah, just for now, we just want to add the diffuse and then the contents, and then let that be like in our previous case, let this be brown. Brown, okay. So yeah, we had the first node, and then now again let us add this node into the scene. So it's called, you need to have the root node and then add the child node and then add the pyramid node into the root node, and then yeah, if you animate it, there is nothing to animate, it just shows the pyramid, and then you want to position the you want to move the pyramid node into some position. Pyramid node dot um, position, and then the position, we know that it takes a CN vector, and then we want it to be 0 0 and -5 for the example. So yeah, so this is where we left off last time. So we showed that this one. So now it is floating in the air. We also added some floor, all those things. Yeah, so for now let us try to add one more node. So yeah, let us try to add a node. Let us create a node called box node, and again SCN node, uh, box node. Let us add the geometry. Geometry is equal to SCN box, and we have already gone through this length, width, and what does this height, length, width, and chamfer mean. So let us have the same thing, and let us give our box node some material property. It's called first material, and then we will have the diffuse color, contents, and then UI color dot brown. Let that also be brown. Okay, so yeah, we can add so to get this node we can also add the same thing. We can do the same thing here. We will, instead of pyramid node, we will add the box node. Okay, so let us see how does that look. So it looks like a box is stationary, and we saw that pyramid vanished behind the box. Yeah, this is something you may want it to do, or if you want to animate the box and pyramid to go together, so you need to do the same kind of animation on the box object as well. So instead of this one, we will do it on box node. So if you see now, it gives you the illusion that both box and pyramid are one object and they are moving together. But yeah, this is not the best way to move objects. Say for example, you want to create a one house kind of thing with multiple objects, or your objects will be modular. Okay, so and you want to move them, all of the objects together, to give the depth perspective and have in the scene. So this is not the most optimal way or the best way to do this. So there is a way in which we can do it in a much better way. So what we'll do is, in this case, we will make, instead of attaching our box node into the scene, what we'll do is we will attach the box node into the pyramid node. So that will make the pyramid node a parent of the parent for the box node. So if you see, so we are adding a child node which is a box node to the pyramid. So that means box node becomes the child node for the pyramid. So what does this do is like now if you see, we don't have two animations but only one animation, but we are animating on the pyramid node because the box is the child of the pyramid node. pyramid node is moving and the box child node is moving along with the pyramid. So this is very useful and very handy. So you can control the objects. So objects in the scene by creating multiple root nodes and multiple child nodes, and once you move the root node, the child node associated with all the root node will also move along with that. So yeah, we can also position that. So say for example, I would like to have my box node to come little down. So box node dot position dot is equal to scn vector. I just want to position -1 unit. I want it to come little down on the y-axis. I want the box to come 1 unit down. Let us see how does that look in the view. So if I make the view come 1 unit down, so yeah, but this does not look correct, right? Like this is the box. I want them to be joined together, but I don't want any space between them. So how can we do that? So, and why is this happening? Okay, this is something to do with the dimensions of the objects. So if you give 0, what happens is the center of the object for both the things is same. Okay, so both pyramid and the box have the same center, and we want to uh, move the objects. So move the object by some unit, some x unit, so that both of them look be on the same line. So what is happening, because we have created the pyramid object with height of 1 unit, uh, so and the center is in between this one. So if I move the box by zero point 0.5 unit, then the box will, it looks as if the pyramid is sitting on top of the box. So instead of that, we, instead of 1, let us give the value as 0.5, and because we want the box to come down, so we will make it as negative. So now if we run the animation, yeah, we can see that the box is now uh, below the pyramid, and we are moving only the root node, and both the box and pyramid are being moved together. So yeah, that is something interesting. So we can also do the other way around. So we can also make the box sit on top of the pyramid by changing the y position. So this will give the different perception. So yeah, and also what we can do, one more thing is like we can also position not just animations or positions on the x and y in this one. We can also make it adjacent, sitting adjacent to each other. So like this you can do. So you just get the idea, right? So you, by using this xyz position, we can position the child nodes relative to the parent node. So that is what we need to take away from this lecture. So there are ways in which we can do this, and this is one of the way which I have found as a very useful trick to have. Okay, so now in our next video we will talk more about how to animate the camera instead of moving the objects. Let us see how to do that in our next video. Bye.